Dead Space Remake is here, and it is amazing. Stick around for more, but if you're just needing that recommendation to get out there and get it today, this is it. At least pick it up on sale, don't pass up on this game. With that being said, let's get into some details. Now, I'm one of the people who was excited at the idea of bringing Dead Space back, as with Resident Evil remakes, it's finally an amazing time to be a horror fan again. I, however, didn't have faith that EA Motive, the studio who I only know from Battlefront 2 and Squadrons, could pull something off like this. Am I glad to say that I was way wrong? They completely nailed it and understand what Dead Space is about. For those who haven't played it, the overall story is familiar, with plenty of changes to keep it fresh. Engineer Isaac Clarke and team are responding to a distress beacon from the USG Ishimura. Aboard that ship, Isaac is hoping to find his love interest Nicole, but once aboard finds only alien-like monsters known as necromorphs and the bloodbath that has been left behind. The Ishimura is absolutely dripping with atmosphere, as each room tells a story about those trying to survive the onslaught of monsters. The Ishimura is now fully traversable front to back with seamless chapters up until the point of no return at the end of the game. Motive killed it with the lighting in this game. I'd find myself in pitch black rooms guided by only dim lights or the light from my gun I kept aimed in front of me, waiting for the next thing to jump out. A welcome addition in some areas is the fuse box mechanic, where I give power to the door I need at the cost of either all lights out or life support in the room. Without going into spoilers, and a surprising thing I really enjoyed is the addition of Dead Space 3 style side missions. Now, these don't have to be done, and there's no real reward for doing them, but they give you more detail into the gruesome events that came before your arrival, and I'm always for more backstory when it's this good. The gunplay now feels better than ever as a sort of hybrid between Dead Space 1 and 2. I find myself, of course, always leaning on the plasma cutter, faithful but useful. My second favorite gun that I use the majority of the time ended up being the force gun, that when shot literally rips away a layer of skin on the enemies before tearing off their limbs. Other weapons do now have special level ups, but I'll leave that to you to discover. Due to the new layering system, the damage that can be done is now delivered in amazing detail, and in one small cutscene, the full brutality of it is put on full display when shown how Necrophorf is actually created. The game is scary and had me on edge playing, and the scares never felt cheap. The game also is just long enough to feel satisfying without overstaying its welcome. I found by the end, this time around, the Ishimura felt more like the mansion from Resident Evil or RPD, and from going room to room and backtracking made sense to where I'm creating the mental map in my head that doesn't feel like a slog to trek through. Finally, I know one of the biggest concerns coming into this game was Isaac speaking. In the original, he's a silent protagonist whose face you don't see until the end. I'm happy to see they brought Isaac's voice actor from Dead Space 2 and 3, Gunnar Wright, who does an amazing job here. There's no unnecessary self-talking to himself or just saying things out loud like some recent games have been criticized for.
Some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I just keep hearing I.
I just moved shit with my freaking mind!
Here, he acts naturally as one would in a situation, and when talking to others, isn't just a one-sided conversation, but makes suggestions based off his engineering background. Without spoilers, the game does justice to other characters you'll meet on your hellish journey. This game truly was remade so well. It's now the standard for how remakes should be done. I'm hopeful and excited for a Dead Space 2 remake, and hopefully a completely redone 3 that's more in line with where we are now. For now, we're starting the year with this banger that easily deserves your time and money. This has been Mandrew with LastCall Gaming. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to help make us whole again. See you guys on the next one.